Welcome back, Phillies fans, to the Little Fanatics podcast. I'm your host, Henry. Again, this podcast has no sponsors. Please, someone sponsor me. Today, we're going to discuss the fun Phillies fact of the day, the baseball stat of the day, the backup catcher battle, and a spring training review. Now, on to our fun Phillies fact of the day. Who's the only catcher in Phillies history to catch 4 no-hitters? Michael Lieberthal, Dutch Darren Daulton, Chooch, Carlos Ruiz, or Jack Clemens? Let's come on and ride that choo-choo train. Carlos Ruiz, 2 from Roy Halladay, 1 from Cole Hamels, and a combined no-hitter. Now, onto our stat of the day. WAR. I know what you're thinking, not the game WAR. We're talking about wins above replacement. WAR tells us how many extra wins a player helps their team get compared to a replacement player. Not an average MLB player, but a AAA player. Think of it this way. A regular player is a normal helper. A star player is an extra wins superhero. Another way to put it is that WAR of 1 helped the team get 1 extra win. A WAR of 5 helped the team get 5 extra wins. And a WAR of +8, woo-wee, you're on a superstar season, baby. For example, Aaron Judge in the 2022 posted a 11 WAR, the highest ever in baseball history. You could say that he is an ace of a player. 3 to 5 equals an all-star. 0 or minus is worse than a AAA player. There are different calculations and types of WAR, but this gets the gist of it. If we went deeper, you would need to be a professor in statistics. Now for the big showdown of the day. In the blue corner, Rafael Marchand. And in the red corner, Garrett Stubbs. Let's get ready to rumble. Finding a quality backup catcher in the MLB is extremely hard. Backup catchers typically play 40 games or more in a season, so good ones are important. They can be vital to game planning with coaching staff and the pitchers. The biggest issue is that both of these players are out of options. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what in the world is an option? Like, what are we talking about here? Well, let me answer that question for you. In general, each player gets 3 option years, meaning a player can be optioned to the minors without going through waivers. A player can only be optioned down 5 times a year. Different than option years, 1 year, they can be optioned down 5 times between the minors and the majors. Stubbs and Marchand are both out of options, which means they have to go through waivers. We'll discuss that another time. Maybe we can get another player in here to discuss it. But generally, it means if they go through waivers, the teams can claim that player. We'll start off with Marchand. First, he is a young player, so he's very athletic. He is also a switch hitter, and if he keeps playing well, he might be a JT replacement. He could also be used as a trade piece later. The negatives are he's inexperienced, he has an injury history, and the trust with the staff might be not as good as Stubbs. Now on to Stubbs. Guys, I gotta confess something. I'm pulling for Stubbs. He's the chief vibes officer after all. Nothing against Marchand though. I just like Stubbs better, you know? Some positives for Stubbs is that he is of value to the clubhouse. He brings it together. He's been described as a coach, and he mentors players like Andrew Planer. He might have even gotten him up to the majors. He's the chief piggy officer and the chief vibes officer. Some negatives is that he's an older player, and he might have reached his top shelf. And he doesn't have a ton of power behind his bat. Some insiders think the Phillies will keep Stubbs because of his trust with the pitching staff, clubhouse leadership, and comfort level with the staff. Another option is, but less likely, would be to keep 3 catchers on the 26-man roster to start off the season. The 3 catchers would be JT Realmuto, Stubbs, and Marchand. There have also been reports that Stubbs has been practicing in the field, so he could be a backup fielder and a backup catcher. I'm all in for Stubbs, baby. Chief Vibes Officer is my pick. Alright, this might be a ripoff from another podcast. Shout out to the Kelsey Bros. But news! Jesus Luzardo has signed a 5-year, $135 million contract. Jeez, man. Bro, the putting money. Like, do they got like a money tree? Like, jeez. Johan Rojas is potentially suspended for PED use. I guess he accidentally drank some of the same Gatorade his jerks and Profar. Boom, Stott, and Kemp have continued to have a solid start to spring training. Keep an eye on Dylan Moore as the Phillies' utility infielder. Phillies' record is 5 wins, 11 losses, and 1 tie. Tied for last place. They're currently getting juiced in the Grapefruit League. Let's hope this isn't a sign of anything to come. Injuries to keep an eye on. Zach Wheeler had a blood clot last year, and he might not be starting off with us. Orion Kirkring has a hamstring strain, so he won't start off with us either. Aiden Miller has some back pains, so I was really hoping he might start with us, but probably not. The World Baseball Classic, the USA coach had a major blunder. I mean, come on, even Little League players know what to do in a tournament. The whole coaching staff really took a dive. Our next podcast, we will be diving into some potential starting rosters for opening day. We will discuss some basic fielding defense for those little kids trying to learn the game. Until next time, we are out of here.